Welcome to the weekend wind down, a time to relax, let go of stress, and get ready for the weekend. And as we do that, before we start, I just have a question for you. Do you seem to struggle from the same frustration again and again? Do you sometimes feel like life's like a merry-go-round, that you see the same patterns repeating and you're on a merry-go-round and you want to get off, but you just don't know how to get off, you don't know how to make it stop? Well, remember the movie Groundhog Day? Sometimes it can feel like, gosh, I've been here again and again, different people, different situations, but it's the same problem. Well, I just wanted to say today I get it because that used to be me. Years ago, for many years, I was a perfectionist and I would just work so hard polishing up reports and documents and work, doing it again and again to make sure it was perfect. But in the process, I was exhausting myself and way too slow. And now I've discovered that actually done is often better than perfect. It's quicker and it's good enough. Good enough is really much better. But it took a while to get to the point of letting go, getting off the merry-go-round. So, and what I've found over the last 5 years coaching women is that so many of the women that I coached found the same thing. They're in different situations, but the same pattern is repeating again and again. So, a question for you today: what is frustrating you? What would be your greatest frustration? Maybe this week, maybe in general. And do you believe that you can change? Or do you believe the situation can change? And if so, what's your plan? Whoa, hold on a minute. What's my plan? Yes. Do you know that if you start asking yourself, okay, this is a frustration, what's my plan? That will help you to step up, take responsibility, and work out a solution, work out a different way to do things. And over the years, I have put together a whole toolbox of strategies and tools, and I love nothing better than to coach women and give them tools and techniques to actually help them to step back, to see where often you can't even see a repeating pattern until someone points it out to you, and then suddenly it's so obvious. And I love to help them to find out strategies and tools from psychology and coaching, from spirituality and mindfulness, from all different sources. I've gathered this massive toolbox. It's taken me decades to do that. I've just picked up the best of the best of what I've come across, all the things that have been tried and true and work, so that you can actually get off the merry-go-round and start living lighter and freer, more satisfying, less frustrating. So, how does that sound? If that's something that you're interested in, I'd love it if you message me and let's have a chat and see if you'd like some coaching. So now let's take a deep breath and get ready for the weekend. So let's take 3 very slow deep breaths. Breathing in, breathing out slowly. As you breathe in, breathing in peace, breathing in whatever it is that you need in this moment. As you breathe out, just breathing out the stress, breathing out any tension, breathing out the frustrations that you just thought about. Breathing in wisdom and insight, knowing that you actually know already how to start dealing with your frustrations. If you really slow down and listen to your heart, you know something about it already. Breathing out and just surrendering, trusting that you are in exactly the right place. You're exactly where you need to be in this moment in your life. That you're totally ready for the next step, whatever that is for you. And now I invite you to look back over the week. You've closed your eyes if you haven't already. Look back over the week and just ask yourself, what am I grateful for this week? And what else are you grateful for? And what else are you grateful for? We spoke last week about making a whole list of things that you're grateful for. I wonder how many things you can bubble up just even in a few seconds. All the things that you're grateful for, even just today or this whole week. Wonderful moments. And now look back over the week and I invite you to ask yourself, what what am I sorry about? What was frustrating or challenging? Just noting it and then letting it go. By just noticing the frustrations, naming it and letting it go. It's just being more present in your own life, being honest with what's actually happening. Not trying to solve it in this moment, not trying to change anything, but just noticing. You might even notice a pattern if you notice the different frustrations over the week. That could be the first clue to the theme today. In which case, what's your plan? Time to make a plan to deal with the frustration so you're not repeating it all next week. So just taking another breath in, and as you breathe out, just letting go of all the things that just came up, the frustrations, the things that you're maybe regrets or disappointments or anything at all, grief, upset, change, loss, feeling sick, whatever it is, just letting it go. Trusting that you're in the right place and that this is exactly where you need to be in your life. Now I invite you to just take a very few breaths and just focus on how it feels in your body. So let's just do a very quick scan. We'll start at our head today. So just noticing your head, your face, that tense part that sometimes gets tense between your eyebrows, your jaw, just noticing how it is. Noticing your neck and your throat. Feeling the air coming in and out as you breathe. Not trying to change anything, just noticing. Bringing attention to your torso. Noticing your chest or your belly rising and falling with your breathing. Just noticing any sensations. Noticing your shoulders. How are they feeling in this moment? Noticing your arms, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms. Just noticing if there's any sensations at all. Maybe clothing, maybe the temperature. Maybe they're touching each other or touching your lap. Noticing the sensations in your hands. Any tingling, any pressure. Maybe there's pressure between your hands and whatever they're resting on. Or maybe one is resting on the other. Just noticing. Coming back to your torso again and taking one more glance at how that feels. And then feeling how it feels in your legs, in your hips, in your upper legs, your knees, your calves, down to your ankles and your feet. How are they feeling? Noticing the feeling of gravity if your feet are flat on the floor, noticing that sensation. Just in 1 minute or less, coming and scanning your body like this at any time, you can actually create a sense of awareness, a sense of mindfulness, a sense of calm, a sense of knowing that everything might be swirling around you, the merry-go-round might be going around, the patterns and frustrations might be repeating, but you can always come back to your body, and your body has so much wisdom. When you actually stop and listen to what it's saying, it has so much to tell you, and I love to do that, to explore that with coaching clients as well. But for this moment, just becoming aware of any sensations. So finally, I invite you to look forwards to the weekend and ask yourself, what are you looking forward to this weekend? And what else are you looking forward to this weekend? And now I invite you to choose one thing that you're going to do this weekend just for you. Something that would just maybe fill up your cup, Maybe make you feel however you need to feel, more peaceful, more joyful, more playful, creative, free, energetic. What's the feeling that you want, and what's the thing that you're going to do to get that feeling? I invite you to share in the chat below or with a friend if you're listening to this as a podcast. What is one thing you're going to do this weekend just for fun, just for you, just because it's your life, and actually you're the star in your own life. So you choose what you're going to do this weekend, something just for you. I'd love to share what I'm going to do, and I'd love to hear what you're going to do too. So when you've worked that out, I invite you to roll your shoulders back a few times, especially if, like me, you've been sitting at a computer for a while. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your nose if you can. Open your eyes, and I wish you a fabulous weekend. Have a great weekend. Enjoy whatever it is that you're going to do just for you. And here in Australia, it's spring, so that's fantastic. The flowers are blooming in the garden, and the rain's falling, and the birds are singing, and well, that's at my place. Hopefully they are at your place too. Have a wonderful weekend, and see you next week. Bye for now.